Hey guys, how are ya? I hope you're having the most beautiful day ever and hope you are enjoying the journey of life. You know, we're all writing our stories based on our choices and what we decide to do in every moment. It's your own story, it's your own journey. How are you orchestrating that? Anyways, um, really quick video before I dip. I have to go somewhere. Um, this video is going to be about what do you do when everything is falling apart? What do you do when everything is going awry? What do you do when your expectations aren't being met and you are being disappointed and life is just falling apart? What do you do? I mean, it's really easy when you're in a state of balance and everything is going right, right? I mean, it's really easy to be happy and jovial and positive and peaceful when you're balanced and everything is aligned. But what happens when things just kind of fall out of alignment? you know, this is the challenge that life presents. I feel. Well, first of all, it requires you to course correct. What do I mean by that? Course correct. So normally when things are going awry or things are kind of like falling apart and you're witnessing or experiencing what you would deem to be misfortune or disappointment, hardest thing to do is to step back, not react, and not take things personal. Hardest thing to do is just let it fall apart. Let it be what it is. Let it do what it needs to do, you know? And to continue just being like a witness, an observer of such things. You know, when things are falling apart, just let it. That's the hardest thing, literally, because we try so hard to keep things together, right? We try and we try and we try, and that's really exhausting. The thing that is meant to fall apart will fall apart, regardless of what you want it to do. So that was a quick answer. Yeah, another thing that I feel is useful is, of course, non-reaction. Of course, you know, not taking things personally, accepting and allowing things to play out the way they need to play out. You know, it's almost like it seems like it seems like you're taking a stance of not caring, but you're actually, I want to say, being very considerate to a degree where you're not trying to interfere, you're not trying to force, you're not trying to hold things together, and you're just kind of, I want to say, allowing, you know, allowing things to flow and do and be without like losing your shit, without losing your means. And it's hard, you know, because I think socially we've been kind of conditioned to react to everything and to our anxiety gets ramped up when things are kind of like not going as planned, and we haven't been taught how to self-regulate our nervous system. We haven't been taught how to respond to situations. You know, we've been kind of taught to react, you know, from a place of fear, from a place of anxiety, from a place of like anger or irritation or disappointment, you know. Yeah, it's really important to just kind of let things be. Let things be, you know. So I just came back from my trip like a couple of days ago, and honestly, I'm still processing it. But usually, when I take a trip, things may go a little south, but they usually kind of like peak back up, and usually overall my trips go extremely well. You know, either that or I just focus on the silver lining a little too much. But this trip was different. This trip gave me a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of in-betweens. And it's funny, every time I would witness a high, I would immediately get slapped with a low. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, it's really hard to like balance my scales because it's doing this and this and this and this and this and this and this. It was hard for me to maintain my equilibrium. So when I got back, I'm just kind of like trying to like find my balance point again. My friend asked me like, what would I rate my trip? You know, despite the highs and lows. And I was like, dude, I'd still give it a 10 because, you know, I saw what I needed to see. I did what I needed to do, and I came back with, you know, more, I want to say, knowledge and wisdom, a new like set of eyes, a new set of like perspectives, you know, like versus if I hadn't taken the trip. You know, I learned how to navigate through highs and lows and in betweens. I learned how it was to be bombarded with like all these people's energies in a small little space, you know, and it definitely made me more grateful for what I currently have, you know. So yeah, if you don't travel, I highly recommend. You know, you're gonna have moments where you fuck up or things go wrong, but then you keep going, you know. It's like you keep pushing forward, and there's lessons to be learned, there's like knowledge to be acquired through your travels. But yeah, I think I gotta go, guys. I'm so sorry, but that's the message of today. And thank you for stopping by, and I will tune in later. Take care of yourself.